morning, good morning. It's pretty treacherous and slippery here this morning. The road looks like a sheet of ice. So I've been using a scooter to go back and forth to the shop, but not this morning. It's only a short walk, so I'm gonna walk there instead. Look at the ice, look at the road. Wow. If I still had skates, I could probably skate there. So anyway, it's only a short walk, but yeah, so we had a pretty good snowfall yesterday. Not good, not deep, but it was a pretty bad day, and it turned off the rain. So anyways, I'm gonna go down to the shop now this morning and light the fire, clean up some snow. Got a snowmobile that I bought a couple years ago. Got a really good deal on it. Of course, it needs some work. I never buy anything new, and something always needs work. So anyways, we're gonna try to get that in the shop this morning because I don't have a ramp. And yeah, and I'm itching to I got to get 12 more logs before the end of the year. I just got a goal set for myself to get 100 logs before the end of this year. So anyways, 12 more. And so I'm itching to get the tracks on the quad, so I'm all ready for that too. So we'll see how much room I got left once I get the snowmobile in there. Okay, so there's what 88 logs looks like. A couple of beauties there. Nice ones, nice size. Yeah, there's lots of good nice size logs there. And of course a bit of extra firewood. Beautiful day here today, but the water looks cold. We got the old Inner Zone Solution 3.3 just a roaring there now, putting out lots of heat. Must say it's much better than the stove is up at the house where we're living. Anyways, that thing just you put a chunk of wood in, I gotta go out and drive it and pick it up sometimes if I'm not careful. Anyways, yeah, so she sucks back the wood pretty good. Anyhow, yeah, I left all these panels off yesterday and they all got full of snow, so they'll dry off. So here it is. It's an 07 Yamaha Touring. What's the proper name on this, boy? What is it called? It's a TF, I think they call it a TF, or people call them like a spider in the front. Now, of course, there's panels missing off the front of it there. But it's an 07. It's got just under 10,000 K on it. Just under, like 9,970 something. Yeah. So, good traction, good shape. Engine's great. It's got an issue with going in reverse. Doesn't want to go in reverse when it's supposed to. So, and the front end is all worn to shit as well, all the plastic bushings in it. So I'm going to strip all that apart. I think I got to take the seat off. We're going to fix this. I mean, I got this for a good deal, right? This snowmobile a couple years ago. So it's going to be a bit of a joyrider. We're going to do the oil change, plugs, and you know, we're just going to strip it down, get to know it a bit, and give it whatever it needs. Still good. It's a 4-stroke and really good on fuel. See this? This is really, I like to tighten that up a bit. Anyways, really good on fuel. So you know what? For the amount of snow we get here now in the winters, should be good, I think. I had the bigger one to this, of course, the VK Professional, and that was a monster. But back in the day, I mean 10 15 years ago, I was younger and I could handle it easier. So I don't need that machine now, because for hauling wood is the quad with the tracks. So that's supposedly, now I haven't done it yet, but I'm told it's like night and day compared to snowmobile. So this will be for getting me in the woods, getting into maybe a winter tent coming up. Stay tuned. Or a hot tent, right? Wintertime, and just joyriding. So anyways, buddy of mine's got one as well. And yeah, so I think it'll be a great little machine to have some fun. So let's get into it. Let's get it torn apart. Okay, got her stripped down fairly well. Seat, gas tank, all the side stuff. Oil and chain case looks good. Engine oil needs to be changed. Front end is really loose. So that's not good. That's worn out pretty bad up there too, right? That should be nice and tight, or a lot snugger than that. This side here is pretty bad too. So yeah, that's pretty bad. Anyways, I'm gonna get this all apart and see what's in there I can replace. and go from there and get all this apart. See if I can tighten that up. I mean, I could still use it like it is, but it just get worse and worse. But so I'm just going to take some initial time here to get that, and then I still got to check the reverse problem. I haven't looked into that yet, so I was just kind of working on that. Change spark plugs. The gaps are almost twice as much what they're supposed to, so that's good. That should be a lot better now. So I get that done. So yeah, I changed the engine oil, and then we're going to change the. I'm going to take this front end apart, so I'll show you that when it's all apart in pieces. Okay, a couple hours later, and voila, we got her stripped down. Yep. A-frames make on here, front bolt, rear bolt of the lower A-frame. This one's been torn out and welded up before. The holes are gone oblong, plus the bushings in the A-frame are worn. This one over here, the bushing is stuck in the bolt. I had to cut the head off it and then pry it out. So I got to replace that bolt and stuff. So yeah, the top one's not too bad. The bottom though needs some work. So here it's all the parts of the front end, basically the top A-frames, the shocks, the tie rods, the lower A-frames. That one was bent and straightened out before. And then we got some steering shaft and stuff here. This stuff's worn as well. So yeah, we have lots taken apart here now. So we originally had a problem with the reverse. The reverse is hit or miss and finicky. So I just got the module here for the reverse, and just looking at how it's made and how it works and stuff. And it's very simple thing. So anyways, I'm going to try to come up with a way to manually do this, or yeah, something like that. I don't know. Anyhow, it's the problem with all of these machines with going in reverse. So anyway, that's where we're at right now. So end of the day here, so I need some parts, and it's a little more research on that. So okay, still working on this piece of stuff here. That's the engine right there, standing right out at us. And there's the front end, basically where the front A-arm's attached to. So I just disconnected that because I gotta roll this around, do some grinding, welding. Here's where the A-arms make on the bottom and up the top. So this is the right side, and of course the bottom's the left side. So this has been cut and welded before, so I gotta get rid of this and put on weld on new stuff. So the factory holes are at a whack. They're oblong, so I gotta fix that with washers. I gotta put washers there and then weld them, and then that will tighten up the front end, because it was very loose, very loose. So I got new parts ordered, and new bushings ordered, but you can't, this part here you can't buy, right? Well, you have to buy the whole thing just complete, and I wouldn't want to buy that because I'd say it's pretty expensive. So yeah, so that's the front end right there, front frame, I guess. So yeah, so that's kind of on a standstill. Parts are ordered for the bushing, so I can work on the metal part, do some cutting and grinding, welding, and then paint, and then that'll be ready to go. So snowing here today, I got to go back home and clean up some snow. But tomorrow, not enough time in this day, but tomorrow we're going to get the tracks on the quad. I think I'm going to try anyways, so we'll see how that works out. Wow, what a beautiful morning out. Beautiful morning here at the shop. Oh, look at the sunrise. Yeah, I want to get in the woods. I really do. So we've had a little bit of snow here now over the weekend and stuff, and it's cold this morning. So yeah, putting tracks on the quad. Had them for a while, bought them used off a guy. Didn't know if they're going to fit for sure, but I got half on. I got one front one and one rear one on. A little bit of modifications here and there, nothing too serious. I didn't have long enough bolts here on one back, so I managed to scrape up some other ones. And yeah, we're missing a part, a bolt and a spacer for front, which I'll order, which is not real critical, I don't think. So anyways, more of a limit thing. So here's what it looks like. Actually, I'm gonna let this down. So here's the difference in height. A little bit higher, right? A couple inches, of course. She's leaning on one side there. Still got the snowmobile going. So yeah. So she's leaned over a little bit. But looks like pretty good. Looks like it's gonna work. Okay. The tracks work. Got them on there. Like I said, they were from a different machine, older machine, but now of course it's rougher and whatever, but it's anyway. So to show you what I can do. I'll just amazed with it. We got some mail, and this has been a long time coming. The mail's from Grampies Workshop. So Mike at Grampies Workshop, great channel. So let's open up and see what he's got here. Didn't realize, but Grampies Workshop, Mike, he is right in the backyard of where we used to live in Nova Scotia. Didn't know it when we were living there. Probably would have went and met him in person. But anyhow, we got a sticker here. A couple stickers, actually. There we go. It's pretty cool. And then the famous one here, Grampies Workshop. So on the lake, got a garage there on his property, and he's out doing stuff right now. He's just been doing a major renovation on the garage. He's got a tractor, so he's everything, mechanical, carpentry, whatever. He's a good carpenter. So yeah, go check out Mike with Grampies Workshop. He's got something fun for everybody there. So a good channel that I watch faithfully. This is a pretty good hill here. That is, I don't know, it's damn near 45, I think. Anyway, that is some impressive climbing. I don't know if the camera does it justice, but that's pretty, that's yeah, I don't know what percentage, but it's pretty steep on a bike. Especially, you never, I wouldn't even go up there on in the summer. If that was gravel, I'd be pressed to go up there with tires, let alone tracks in the winter on snow, fluffy snow on grass. So I don't know, it's just no comparison. So anyways, I gotta go get dressed, and I mean, I am dressed, but dressed for the bush, and go cut some wood. I gotta hook on a trailer this and go get some wood, some logs. Good morning, good morning. We got the fire going this morning in the old inner zone there. She's putting out the heat. So moving right along here. Winter is here. We got snow, we're getting logs, we're getting firewood. You see this hole here? I don't know if you can tell, but that's oblong, and that's into the frame. There's no way of repairing that other than change the frame. But I do have a way to make it work, fix it. So what I'm doing is putting washers there. So this hole is oblong. There's no bushings, no parts to do anything with that, and that's creating the A-arm to be moving, flexible. So what I'm going to do is put these big fender washers here, and now I'm welding these So now my bolts are going to be tight in here. They won't be moving, right? So this is the left side, and then this is the right side. So the left side, I'm showing you what I'm going to do. So now I'm going to get the welder to tack this on. I doubled the washers. So washers here, I doubled them up because they're not very so doubled up. They're about the same thickness as the factory metal. And then, like, this snowmobile has almost 10,000 kilometers on it. There won't be another 10 put on it, put it that way. So this will last me for what I'm going to use it, right? So I don't plan on getting rid of it. I just, you know, for a little bit of use you're going to get here in the wintertime, couple weeks, couple weekends, like, you know, you might burn 4, 5, 6, 7 tanks of gas. That's it in a year. So not a big deal. So this is all this snowmobile is for. So this is going to last, no problem. So yeah, again, iron on this front. Now this is the bottom A-arm. We got the same thing going on up top. Not as bad. So anyways, I got a bunch of fender washers. That's what these are. These big flat ones. It gives you lots of room to weld. So I'm going to tack these now. And then pop the bolts out. Go to the other side. And then after I get all done, slap some paint on this. And then I'm ready for new bushings. So the bushings are here. Here. Here and here, of course. There's one in each or two in each piece of the arm here. So I got those ordered. They're only like a couple bucks each, right? They're like, I don't know, $4 I think for those in the bottom, and they're like $3 each for the top one. So very economical, very cheap to fix that, right, to repair that. So that's going to tighten that front up way a bunch. So anyways, that's that. Now we do have the reverse issue going on, so I haven't figured that out. It's intermittent, it's electrical, I can't figure it out, so I'm going to manually put reverse on this. And I'm putting hitches on my carts. So my wagon I haul wood with, I'm putting a hitch in the back so I can tow a sleigh behind. So then it'll be like a train. So at least 2 sleighs of wood. So I'm getting ready for that because I bought a nice little sleigh there. Pretty cheap actually. Bought off some guy here a few months ago for 60 bucks. Anyways, can't make it for that. So anyway, here it is here. Just need a little bit of, need to put a board on here. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. A little bit of repair there. Hitch, I mean, just to make up that hitch is 60 bucks or more. So anyways, yeah, so this will be great. So now I'm going to put a hitch behind the wagon because I'll be on a good road. I'll be able to run the wheels. I think I'm going to run those wheels all year round. They're big wheels. So on the trails, I think I'll run the wheels all year round. I won't have to have a sleigh, but I do have a set of sleighs too. So we'll see what works and what don't. But I'm going to hook that on the quad. So it's a ball hitch behind the quad to that, and then to this. So that'll be good. So that's what I'm going to do here this morning. I got to do some welding on that. Okay, anybody ever wondering how make hitches? Easy. So get a piece of flat bar like this. I actually had to cut a piece of angle iron to get this. Took the drill press, drilled a 1/2 inch hole in it. I think that's about a 1/2 inch rod there. Just straight rod, welded onto this. Then 2 big nuts welded onto the frame. Easy hitch, easy to make. So that's that one onto the wagon, junk wagon, and this is the log wagon. Same thing here. This piece of flat bar was a little bit narrower. Same thing, flat bar, rod, 2 nuts. Yep. So that was easy peasy. Okay, just finished welding here. Actually, it's still smoking. Yeah, so you can see now. Well, you see in there, see the difference? You can see the difference of the old hole and the washers on the outside. So that's how you tighten up holes in a frame. So now I'm just gonna get this apart, splash some paint on that, and she looked like $1,000,000, right? Just like putting lipstick on a pig. And here's what I got: 8 new bushings for the bottom, And these are for the steering shaft, and then these are for the upper ones, which is what I have here. I already got one put in, installed, so let's put the other ones in. Anyway, that's what $178 looks like for snowmobile parts. You don't get much nowadays, do you? Nice tight fit. Another one. I still got the old ones in there, so let's just pop those out. Or one anyway, so that one popped out easy. And that one's out. See it's worn right to nothing basically, right? It's not much there to start with. It's a special plastic, so it'll, in the cold, I mean, there's no room for any, you know, any kind of a lubricant or any kind, right? It's cold metal on plastic, and it'll just, you know, it'll last for a long time. You don't really need, it's not meant to be greased or anything, so. And that one's poking through. Just gonna stick the nut on there. Okay, so you just saw me taking the spacers, and of course the bolt goes through, right? And here's new bearings, bushings. So just a little trick, chamfer the edge of this because it's probably swelled, and you won't scrape your new bearings going through, right? Just a little trick you do all the time in the field. And yeah, these are not worn, of course, but you got that metal that just turns a little bit, right? So this will last a long time. Now it'll last the life of the machine for me. So we'll put these in. Okay, let's get this one on. There's this A-arm that's been bent at one point. And now I'm fighting with it because, like I said, it's been bent one time and straightened out. Yeah, like I said, it was straightened and, or bent and straightened out, so nothing ever fits perfect, but let's go in there now. There it is. Now, ready to put that on. Okay. I gotta go up there now. So before I do that, I'm gonna change that oil filter because it's just staring right at me and it's so easy to do. There you go. Make a mess, deal with it after. Just hand tight. I don't need that. That's going right in the stove. Now that filter. So now I got to get down there and get on my back and get this frame up inside there. So it's going to take a bit of grunting and groaning and maybe some curse words. You never know. Anyways, I'll bring you back when I get it on. Okay, moving right along. So we got the steering mechanism. Now look at that thing, eh? So here you have the tie rods. Tie rod ends are mounted back here. Well, now underneath these two back here are these things. Bushings, spacers, bearings, whatever you want to call them. And that's what's worn to make that loose. And then you got two of these, like that's a an arm, and then another arm, idler arm, and then it's connected here. Goes up. It's on a pivot point here, and then it goes across up to the steering. So I guess, you know, where this thing is so compact, the engine's there, they had to go around the engine. Anyways, so I got the tie rods connected. Nice and tight now. Before that was all loose. Right, you can see how that works. Swings back and forth there. Little bit of play here, but those those up there, there's a you see it here. That one's got a bit of play in it, but I think he's like $100, so I'm not gonna fool with that. Progress report. Okay, we got the front on, breather, all that stuff up here, belly pan, skid plate. So I just got the sides now, belt, side, side here, battery, put some oil in. Still gotta finish my modification for the reverse, which is right here. So it's gonna take some time to figure that out. You gotta put the body work on there. I might have to put it on, take it off a couple times. We'll see. So looking pretty good. Pretty much at the end of my day here now. Okay, she's almost done. Starting to look like a snowmobile again. Skis are easy to put on. Got both sides put on, yeah. I had to do some playing around with the reverse, remember? So, here's my reverse mechanism. Here's my lock. Let's try it here. So, it's in drive. There you go, manual reverse on the TF Venture Lite. So I'm happy with this, quite happy with this. Anyway, well, that's it. The TF Venture has got the full reverse working, and it manually goes in gear, manually comes out of gear, goes in reverse, and whatever. So that's good. That's all. That's all that matters to me. Got the seat covered. We got a cover on the seat, plus we got this extra cover put on it, protection, so that'll keep it dry. It'll probably be fine like it was, but yeah, anyways, that's what we got. And then yeah, I'll do some more. I mean, we're at the end of January here, no snow, so you know what, for the amount of use it's going to get, it's good enough. Next